Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/AmITheDevil, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys haven't that already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction, and it helps support the channel. Thank you. Am I the a-hole for wanting daughter and stepdaughter to be treated equally? Yes, but for some reason still needed to write out a full story. Okie-dokie. I'll keep this short and sweet. When I met my DH, he already had a daughter by his ex. Since this is anonymous, I'll just be honest. I wasn't thrilled about it. I always pictured myself starting a family from scratch with someone. Anyways, we got married, and I acted very accepting for the daughter, even though in my heart I felt the opposite. But I never let it show. I was always very kind to the girl and very accepting of her when she was in our home. Soon after the wedding, we got pregnant, and I was overjoyed that my husband and I were finally starting our family. I think his ex has always been secretly jealous of me, because only a few months after announcing our pregnancy, she made a huge spectacle out of announcing that she was engaged to a guy that she had only been dating for 1.5 years. Fast forward several years, my husband and I have been raising our daughter, as well as his daughter when she is scheduled to be with us. We try to keep things fair for the girls. Obviously, since the daughter doesn't live with us full-time, there are some differences. Like when she visits, she uses the guest room, but our daughter has a permanent room since this is actually her home. But other than that, everything is equal. Here's where I'm upset. Over the years, the ex's husband has advanced in his career and now is very well off. It is obvious because of the cars that they drive, their house, etc. Despite this, they never had kids of their own. Instead, they just shower her daughter with everything that she could possibly want. She's not my daughter, so if she ends up spoiled, that's not my problem. My concern is that my own daughter is seeing this and is going to start feeling disappointed that my DH and I can't spoil her the same way. I've had these feelings for a while, but kept my mouth shut until a few months ago when it came to a head. For the daughter's birthday, they got her a brand new iPad. The next time she came to stay with us, they let her bring the iPad with her, even though they know DH and I can't afford to buy an iPad for our daughter, basically rubbing it in our face. I blew up at my husband, and the result was the daughter was told that she had to leave the iPad at home when she visits us. I thought that if it couldn't get lower than that, but at the last custody handoff, the ex mentioned that for Christmas, she and her husband are surprising the daughter with an expensive family vacation to Florida. I put my foot down and said absolutely not. Unless they plan on taking our daughter too, they cannot go. Period. My husband is usually the guy who does anything to avoid conflict, but he told me that I'm being unreasonable. A few of my friends have said the same thing, but I don't see how. We have always taken her daughter on our family vacations, even though the trips that we take are much more humble. Why is it any different? Even just typing this out makes me see red. I just want the girls to grow up being equals. How can I be wrong for that? You gotta love it when somebody says, I'll keep this short and sweet, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 10 paragraph. I never really understood anybody's thought process, thinking that just because a kid happens to be theirs 100% makes them more valid than somebody whose kid is only theirs because their husband? I don't know. This is confusing. Like, she's getting jealous because the other family happens to have a nicer car and
Yeah, the math ain't mathing on that one, ma'am. You might want to try making it sense and everything. But, you get upset for wanting them to be treated equally. Meanwhile, your version of equal is make the other person have to come down to your level, I guess, from your thought process. I don't know. This just sounds weird. Kind of the whole, if I'm not allowed to have nice things, then neither are you kind of thought process to it all. Also, somebody getting engaged a year and a half after meeting somebody is a perfectly appropriate time in order to get engaged. Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend's girlfriend to STFU after they joked about my dating life, which is a huge insecurity of mine? I, 22M, have been struggling a lot lately with my social life, making new friends, and dating. It feels like my life never goes anywhere in that department, and it's a deeply sensitive topic for me. So I also struggle with processing my emotions, and while I don't usually snap at people, everything just piled up this week. To give some context, I often feel like I'm not an interesting person. I work as a back-end dev intern at a major bank, nearly busted my butt to pass a Linux sysadmin course. I'm learning to play the electric guitar. I got an Ibanez Geo and a Nux Modeler amp, and I like taking and editing raw photos on my phone. But despite having hobbies, I can't seem to connect with people. The night before this incident, I went to a free live gig with some classmates I didn't really know, drank more than I used to, a couple of beers and 3 to 4 shots, and it hit me really hard, and I just couldn't bond with anyone. I ended up leaving early, I feeling completely defeated and isolated. Add to that, a girl that I had been texting with all week was acting very distant. The next evening, I went over to my childhood best friend's house to vent. He is realistically my only close friend. His girlfriend was also there. While I was talking to him about how much his relationship stuff was stressing me out, I kept getting notifications on my phone from my LG smart washing machine. My friend and his girlfriend started making fun of me, joking that the washing machine texts you more than that girl does. Because I was already having a miserable, emotionally exhausting week and feeling completely inadequate, I snapped. In the heat of moment, I turned to his girlfriend and told her to STFU. You're annoying the heck out of me with this. The vibe in the room changed instantly. My friend just kept telling me to calm down. I realized immediately that I had crossed a line, and I immediately apologized to both of them right then and there. But I knew my apology didn't mean anything in that moment. The damage was already done, and I had already screwed up. I just got up and left his apartment. As soon as I got out, I sent them a long text apologizing again, explaining that I was acting like an ass and nothing justifies it, and that I just have a lot of pent-up frustration. Later, I texted his girlfriend individually to reiterate my apology. It's been a bit, and neither has reached out. My friend hasn't even opened my messages, and his girlfriend just left me on red. I know I was completely out of line, but he is my only close friend, and I am terrified of losing him. Am I the a-hole? Also, is there any way to salvage the friendship? What should be my next steps, and how can I work on myself so I don't end up in these bad situations again and actually become a better person? Having been single for however long, I don't know, I lost count, you really just understand after a while that having fun by yourself is more entertaining than trying to pick up hobbies for the sake of entertaining others. And wanting to do better, I very much do respect that, and hopefully there is a situation for you that does improve and everything. But taking things out on somebody else is not cool. Also, kind of odd to very specifically name out the exact brand, model, and the fact that your washing machine texted you. But I guess for the sake of context, it's there. If they don't want to reach out to you after that interaction, then that's just a case of your own consequences for your own actions. So that's going to be something that you're going to have to figure out on your own with your friends. Hopefully things do improve, and I'm hoping that the hobbies that you stated are ones that you actually enjoy for your own personal enjoyment, and not just picking up something because you think it'll get you a girlfriend. Like me, I have my model trains because I like them, not because I think that I'm gonna get laid because of that. No, I get trains because trains make me happy.
Choo choo, I'm in me mum's train.
Am I the a-hole for wanting my dream wedding? A long-time lurker, first-time poster, real names because I have nothing to freaking hide. Yeah, well, unlike you, I got respect for the people. Okay, gonna use the first letter of their names instead. I, 35F, just got married to my husband, M, 38M, a couple of weeks ago. M went to a grad school with L, 38M. During this time, L got married to M, 40M. M is deaf, but L communicates with sign language as M cannot speak. M and L were close in grad school, but grew apart after graduating, with M attributed to M and L having a child and L being flaky. I met M, the love of my life, 3 years ago, but never once met L because L made no attempt to meet me. When we were planning our wedding, M demanded L and M be invited. Just noting now that I just am now realizing that there are two M's now. This was late to our planning and process, and many invitations had already sent out, so we agreed to only include L. Before you accuse me of being this kind of phobic, look, I don't know TOS here, okay? I had gay friends in college. Yes, great way to rebuttal that. And this had nothing to do with L and M being gay. However, because this person can't hear, he would need extra accommodations. For example, an interpreter during all points of the wedding and reception. Plus, how are other guests supposed to talk with him? No one else knows the signs, so I am sure that I would be weird for everyone involved. I don't know how much an interpreter would cost, but we were already having to make cuts to decorations, and even delayed our honeymoon so that my wedding could be perfect. Oh yes, you gotta love it when they say, my wedding. Because of this, we didn't allow L to bring any guests. L RSVP'd and months ago without him questioning anything about this, so I assumed that he understood why. During the wedding, my maid of honor pulled me aside to tell me that L was asking guests if they were allowed to bring guests and questioned why they thought his invitation didn't include a +1. I saw L recently at my girlfriend's birthday party, and he confronted me about why their significant other wasn't invited. He accused me of being this kind of phobic. I explained that it wasn't because they were gay, but Max required significant accommodations that we would not be able to provide. How will he know when to stand or where to go? Also, it would be just unfortunate if he couldn't dance because he can't hear the music. Liam got angry and accused me of being insensitive and walked away. He wouldn't look at me the rest of the night, and honestly, I didn't care. I don't know him from A, but I won't have someone accuse me of being insensitive or trying to take away my perfect wedding. M called L and confronted him about how inappropriate it had been, and Mark had my back and reinforced that we couldn't make special accommodations for everything and everyone, but L refused to hear it. M told me that I am not wrong, but I could have worded my concerns better. My maid of honor, on the other hand, said that I was correct in what I did and showed compassion by being honest rather than beating around the bush, and that these two need to stop thinking that the world caters to them. Also looked into it afterwards. Yeah, great job saying, I don't give enough of a darn, I have nothing to hide. You made your account a week ago from the date that I'm recording this. Great job. This is totally not, I want to shame people as much as I can, but I don't want to have any type of things come back towards me. Yeah, that totally wouldn't go out without a hitch. Look, if somebody has a significant other that is hard of hearing, then I am fairly certain that they would have considered that. They're not going to bring their significant other who is deaf to a place and then not look after them. You think that you would have to do all these things and all everything, but you were basically digging for scraps. We all know exactly why you didn't want to invite them, but had you have actually mentioned that, then in your eyes, then at that point, it would have gotten back at you badly. All of that on top of the fact that you decided to have somebody not be able to be invited to something because of their disability. Last I checked, that's not good either. But with that is going to have to be But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!